Let's do another test. In this one, I want to see which's better, motivator or talent developer. So in theory, talent developer should be better, man. There's a threshold you have to reach to unlock it. You have to have 2 players drafted in the first round. And then also, once you actually come in here to unlock it, it's more expensive. And the tier 3 and the tier 4 ability are going to be the 2 things we're testing, man. Lower rated quarterbacks progress faster, and then also starting quarterbacks will gain XP faster. And I want to test that up against this motivator ability. Tier 3 is the main ability we're testing here, where quarterbacks get an off-season training boost. That's one of the best abilities in the game, in my opinion, but I want to see what's better. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate the career of 4 different players, and then we're going to do 2 different save files, man. One where we upgrade talent developer, the other one where we upgrade motivator, and we're going to see how these players develop compared to each other. If y'all do enjoy this style of content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, go over to my Twitch for my live streaming series, and drop a follow. Alright, so this is going to be the head coach build we're rocking with. So we have recruiter maxed out. Then we have the talent developer for the quarterback, the running back, O-line, and then also the linebacker. Those are pretty much the 4 positions we're going to be using for this experiment. We had to go into motivator, so I just went on the kicker. One thing to note, man, the offense and defensive coordinator, it is tough to get coordinators without the motivator ability, so both of our coordinators will have motivator maxed out. So that's one thing to keep in mind. All right, so let's meet the players, the 4 players, and Dijon will be the first one. He is a 67 overall quarterback. He's a 3-star, but he comes in with elite development. You look at his skill caps, they are pretty solid, man. This is a pretty good player right here, man. We'll see how he develops with this talent developer versus the motivator. Once again, we're looking at the overall in that top right corner. That's going to be their overall without the boost. And then our running back will be Wade. He is a 75 overall power back. He has impact development, a 4-star player. These are skill caps, not great, but we'll see if they max out, especially that route running could get a lot better, but we'll rock out with 1 running back. And then we have an old lineman. Notice all these players will be freshmen, man. And then we have a bunch of different dev traits. Tim, he's a 77 overall agile freshman. He's a former 5-star O-lineman, and elite development on him as well. And he also has some pretty good skill caps, and we'll see how he develops versus talent developer and then motivator. And then the last player will be another 5-star, man. He's an outside linebacker starting off as a 78 overall player. He has star development, so the only thing we don't have here is a normal development player. Feel like wasn't no point in even doing that. So we have a star development 5-star here who also has some pretty good skill caps, so he can become a lot better as a player. And this is how we're rocking out, man. Let's see what happens. So we will start all of these players their entire career, man. We won't redshirt them. Someone suggested redshirting for the last challenge. It could be useful for this. We're still going to rock out with them not redshirting. They'll play their entire career, be 4-year starters, and we'll see how they progress in both runs. And then the last thing we'll do here before we sim is I'm going to force every win for this Georgia program. For me, this is the only way to ensure that they're picking up similar stat lines in each season and then also in each of these different files we're doing, man. We're doing talent developer, we're simming 4 years, and then we're doing motivator, we're simming 4 years. They will win every single regular season game. If we don't force the win, one team might go 10-2, the other team might go 2-10, and obviously the 10-2 team, they probably put up better stats, so that player probably developed a little bit better. So here we're able to control it a little bit. It won't be perfect. Obviously, they might put up better stats in this sim or the other. We'll rock out with the same exact playbook for both of these, all these simulations, to ensure that is consistent, and we also turn injuries and wear and tear off. All right, so first year training results, our quarterback is up from a 67 to a 74 overall. Our running back is up to a 78 or 81 overall from a 75 overall. The center, the 5-star, is up to an 82 overall. He started as a 77. And then lastly, our outside linebacker is up to an 84 overall, where he started as a 78. That's a solid year player progression. Nothing crazy, nothing out this world. So we're going to skip right through this next season. I'm going to show y'all their junior year and how they progress after that. All right, so we hit everyone's senior year of player progression, and our quarterback is progressing very well. Remember, he's a 3-star scrambling quarterback, and he is almost maxed out, but he can actually get better. This is actually very good progression for a 3-star scrambler. And he's up to an 87 overall. Last year, he went up to an 82. So every year, he just constantly progression, man. That year 2 to year 3 was the biggest jump. He went from a 74 to an 82 overall in that period. Now let's look at our running back, who is up to a 85 true overall. And he kind of slowed down. So last year he was at an 84. He only went 1 overall this entire season, and he just might be maxed out in overall. Let's see. He is maxed out. That's why. He cannot get any better. He has maxed out at a 85 overall in pretty much year 4, which is okay. It happens. Then our center, who is up to a 91 overall. Another guy that continued to progress every single year. Last year he was at an 87. This year he's up to an 80 or a 91, and he is doing the best out of everyone. Then our outside linebacker, who is kind of stalling out as well. He was an 89 overall last year. He's still that same 89 overall. He is not maxed out when it comes to his overall. I think he's just going into his abilities. He got more abilities than he did last year. So next we'll go see where these players get drafted and see what their final overall is. All right, so I want to look at everyone's final overall after that. Pretty much they played out their senior year, and our quarterback is up to an 89 overall, which is very good, man. For a scrambling 3-star, I'm going to keep saying, that is very good. He did have an elite development. Our running back maxed out 85, so nothing really changed there. Our center is going to be up to a 91 overall. He was already there, so he did not go up anymore. He looks like he just upgraded his abilities, but he's going to be a first-round draft pick. And then our outside linebacker went up 2 overalls in season, and he is now up to a 91, where he'll get drafted in the 3rd round. So now we're in the other save file. This is how we're upgrading our head coach. Tier 4 for the quarterback, running back, O-line, and then obviously that linebacker, the 5-star. And then you come over here, we have the same exact prospects that we had before, man. Same everything, they're all starting. And then we're going to go ahead and force the wins also. And let's advance to see how they progress after the first year. All right, so year 1 of simulation with the Motivator. And it's going to be a little bit better with this Motivator so far. It's only year 1. Our quarterback is up to a 77 overall. In the last run, he only went up to a 74. So that's going to be 3 overall difference. Our running back is similar also. Our running back is up to an 80 overall. In the last run, he was up to an 81 at this point. So only a 1 overall difference. This difference is in favor of the talent developer. And then here, our center is going to be up to a 82 overall. That's the same exact overall as the last run. And then here, the linebacker is going to be up to an 84 overall. So this is a 2-point difference, 2 overall difference in favor of Motivator, if that makes sense. Let's advance to next year. All right, so their senior year of training results before we get to their offseason and pretty much finish off their career. Going to their senior year, our quarterback is going to be up to a 88 overall, which is 1 higher than when we did the last time with the talent developer. Our running back is maxed out to 85 once again, so he is kind of pointless to have even in this experiment. For the next one, we'll make sure we won't have any players that's going to max out in overall. Our center is up to an 89. In the last run, he was up to a 91. So 2 overall worse up until this point. But the outside linebacker is going to be more than make up for that. He is up to a 94 overall, which is 5 higher than the last experiment up to this point, where he was at an 89 overall at this point. So we're going to sim to their senior year, send all the way through it, just like last time. We're going to see where their overall ends up when they're done playing football. All right, so everyone has hit their senior year, and they're going to look to go to the NFL. And our quarterback is up to a 90 overall, which is 1 better than when we did it with the talent developer. Our running back maxed out 85. Like I said, we're going to make sure that don't happen for the next experiment. Our center is only up to a 90 overall. On the last run, he maxed out at a 91. So he is doing 1 worse when it comes to overall. But our outside linebacker is going to make up for it as he's that 94 overall, which is 3 better. Our last run, the guy maxed out at a 91. He's up to a 94 now. So he is doing better at least. So I'll make sure to put the graph, the table on the screen that I've been using to track all of this information. So in the end, Motivator is 3 overalls better, man, when it comes to by the end of their career. 3 overalls better when it comes to Motivator, which is interesting, man. Like I said, I feel like talent developers should be better than Motivator. Should be a very good ability in this game, and it doesn't seem that way, man. Not at all, at least. Just because, like I said, man, you have so much to unlock it. It costs $8 to unlock each one of them categories, you have to have 2 first-round draft picks. You could get Motivator day 1, and it only costs 5. It's super cheap to get the Motivator. And Motivator, I wouldn't suggest going with the Talent Developer. Do I think it's useless? No, I think it still has a use, especially if you have younger players. If you're going after a bunch of 3 stars, I think Talent Developer could be very useful. But in this situation, not at all, man. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see next, man. Let me know if y'all want to see me do. I'm thinking about doing Architect versus Motivator and testing them 2 to see which one is better. Y'all just let me know, and we'll be sure to drop it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. Click the video on the screen now for my temporary build.